All right, I'm having with me here today in this video technical drawing November 2014 WAEC examination, and I will be solving this question 3. Let's take a look at the question. The question says a disc of diameter 30 has a point P on its circumference in contact with the horizontal plane. It rolls along the horizontal path without slipping. A. Plot the locus of point P when the disc makes one revolution. B. Draw a tangent to point P when the disc is at 3/4 turn. So we are going to be starting with disc, with this A part. It says we should plot the locus of point P when the disc makes one complete one revolution without it slipping off the horizontal plane. So I'm going to be drawing the disc now. I will draw a circle with diameter 30. So I will stretch my compass to 1.5. This. Okay. Choose a point. Okay, let me mark a point on this line. Okay, where the disc will be positioned. So we have this. Okay, draw the center diameter. So I'm going to have this way. So I'm going to be dividing this circle into 12 equal parts. This part. So I'm going to number this way. So if this is my P0, so this is P1, P2, then P11 and then P12 that way. So let me join the parts, the points. All right, this is the disc which is going to be rolling on a horizontal plane. So let me draw the horizontal plane now from the base of the disc. So we're going to be having disc this way. So this disc is rolling on this horizontal plane without it slipping off. That is, without it coming off the horizontal plane. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do now, I'm going to pick the circumference, the division on the circle, any of the division on the circumference of the circle. Okay, so I will needle on point P. So I'm going to spread out this way 12 times because it's going to roll for one complete revolution. So this is 2, this is 3, 4, 11 and 12. Okay, so we have this. Let me number them. So this will be my P1, this is P2, and P11, and this is P12. So from each of these points now, the P 1 2 3 up to 12. I'm going to erase a vertical. Okay, I'm going to erase a vertical. So this way. So I will go like that way for all the points. So P11 now, and then the 12 parts. Now we draw a vertical line. Okay, so this will be our center 0. Okay, the center of the disc, the original the disc before it starts rolling. Now this will be C1, then C2, yeah, C3, C11, and the center for C12. So the next thing I'm going to be doing now, I'm going to stretch my compass to the radius I use in drawing the discs. Don't forget that is we use 1.5. We use 1.5 for the radius, so which is this. So I'm going to needle on each of the centers. So starting with C1, okay, I'm going to produce this circle. I'll produce this circle. Okay, all right, so you can see the circle. All right, so I'm going to produce the circle all through. So just use the centers. Go to C2 now. I hope you are seeing it. Okay, if you have difficulty seeing it, you can zoom the video so that you can get a good glance of it. So I will draw for the second one, go to the third one. So I will do that all through until I get to 12. So 11 now. So center 11, you draw that. Then finally 12 at point 12, you draw this way. Now it's important you note that the disc must not slip off the horizontal, that is, must not go out of it. So your lines must be perpendicular and neatly drawn. So the next thing I'm going to do now, from P1 to and P11, I'm going to produce a horizontal line. So move your T-square to the point there. Okay, make sure it is square. Okay, so this is P1 and P11. So I'm going to draw a horizontal line this way. I hope you can see that. The next one will be P2 and to P and P10. Okay, I will draw horizontal line this way, thin line, everything should be thin. Okay, then we go to P3 and P9 is there already as the center lines. Okay, center lines. Then we go to P4 and then P8. So you have it drawn that way. The next one P5 and P7. Okay, then lastly the P6, which is the top. And so it's going to be at the top of the disc that way. Okay, now we've come to the important aspects of this video, and I need you to pay attention. We are going to be getting out a curve because the question says we should plot out the locus of point P, of this P. As this P is rolling on this straight path, it's going to be forming a curve, and that curve is what we call cycloid. So we are going to be forming that curve now. So I need you to pay attention here. So I'm going to do it gradually. So now if you go look at this, is P0. So this is going to be starting from here, okay, the locus, and it's going to be ending at P12. So this is the way it's going to form. This is the way it's going to form. So you see this P1 and the circumference of this first circle. This is the first circle. This is the initial disc. So this is the first one. This is the center. You can see this is the first one. So you don't count this first one. So when you want to count now, this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I hope you get that. So this is the first one. The circumference, where the circumference coincide or intersect with the line. Here you have that here at this point, okay. Do you see that? Where the circumference intercepts with this line coming from P1, okay. Now let's look at another one, the second one. This is the first one. So the second one, where the circumference intersects with the line coming from P2, this is it. I hope this is clear, okay. Now let's go to the third one, where the circumference intersects with the third one. You can see this is the third one and the third line coming from P3. So you have it here. You go that way like that. Then you go to P4. This is the center. This is the circle, circumference at this side, where it intersects with P4. So you can see. Just take note where the circumference intersects. Then go to the fifth one. If you are confused along the line, just come back and count the circle. We are at the fifth one now. 1, 2. I've told you don't count this first one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So where it touches the P5, this is line coming from P5, okay. Take note. So next one is this P6, of course, will be at the apex here, okay. Then 7 will come at the other side, okay, where it touches 7. Don't forget P5 and 7 are on the same line, okay. So we are in 8 now. So I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is the 8th one. 8 1. So where it cut this. So this is the next one. Then 9. This is the 9th one, where it touches 9. P3 and 9 are on the same path. Then this is 10. Come this way. Just trace it. It touches 10. Then this is 11, where it touches 11, and this is our 12. So it's going to be forming a circle. So what I need now is just to take my French curve and join the points together. So I'm going to join these parts now this way. Then I'll come this way, pick this all through to this part. Yeah, okay. Then I'll pick this part now. Then finally this part here. Alright, so this is called the cycloid. Alright, so we have the next question there. In the next question, we are asked to draw tangent to point P when the disc is at 3/4 turn. When the disc is at 3/4 turn. Now what this means is that when the disc turn 3/4 of 12, okay, is one complete revolution. So we have 3/4 of 12, and this will give us 9. That is 3/4 times 12, and if you do the math, you are going to be having 9. So the point of tangency, where the tangent will be at this 9, okay. So at this 9, so I will just trace it up. You can see where it intersects with the curve here. So we can call that point our P. Okay, so now I'm going to pick the circumference, the radius of the disc. Don't forget the disc diameter given to us is 3. So the radius, of course, is going to be 1.5, or you just come here, trace out the radius this way with your compass. So I will needle on that point 9. Okay, on that point 9, strike the center line. The center line, okay, make sure it's the center line, okay, not any other one, the center line, okay, this center line here. So let's call this point now, let's call that point R. Okay, what I'm going to be doing now, from that point I'm going to be erecting a perpendicular line. Don't forget this is the point. Okay, so just come this way, put your set square this way. Okay, watch out for the base. Okay, make sure it is in line. All right, so move it to the point. So the next thing I'm going to do, draw your perpendicular line. Now take note where this perpendicular line intersects with the baseline, that is the horizontal plane, okay, where the disc is rolling on. So let's call this Q now. So I'm going to be drawing a line now from Q to P, extending it outward. So that will be my normal from P to Q now. Okay, so this will be my normal. All right, now since we are not told to draw the normal, of course to draw the tangent we need the normal. There's no way you can draw your tangent without getting the normal. So this is our normal now. All right, since we are not told to draw the normal, so I need not to highlight it. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to be constructing a perpendicular, or drawing a perpendicular, yes, drawing a perpendicular to this normal. To do that now, just come this way, needle on point P. Okay, draw a semicircle this way, then open your compass to this part here, strike an arc this way, strike an arc at the other side. Okay, then needle on this other part here, strike an intersecting arc this way, an intersecting arc. So what we are going to be doing now, we are going to be joining this point of intersection to this point of intersection, and it has to pass through point P to give us the tangent. And if it doesn't pass through point P, it means there is an error somewhere. So you just, let's see how it goes here. You can see now, make sure it is at the point, okay, just like I have it here. So what I'm going to do now, draw your tangent. Okay, so this is my this is the tangent now, while this is the normal. Okay, we have come to the end of the video. I hope you find this interesting. Thank you very much. Please do like, share and subscribe. See you in my next video. God bless you.